Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wayne. I'm doing a reading for the collective. Welcome, collective. Hope you're doing well. So I've got the Christmas spirit. I celebrate Christmas. I'm really getting into the mood. So no matter what you celebrate, oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. So anyway, the significant reading. All right, so no matter what you celebrate, welcome. All religions, all points of view are welcome here. Wow. Wow. Okay, so right off the bat, my initial read is one, we're going to deal with some chakras here that are blocked, where you have some resistance. And then, so there's a lot going on. And I'm seeing most fire cards. I'm not seeing any so far, any water or earth energy. So interesting. So I'm curious to see what's going on with the collective. So let's dive in. Collective, in the past, you were in the energy of throat chakra in reverse. So throat chakra right here, it is an energetic center dealing with communication. So something in the past, where you had blocked communication. This could be with an earth energy, doesn't have to be. Someone who was somewhat immature, slow with the communication, definitely didn't communicate very much. It feels like this was a challenge for you. They are adverse to their feelings. They didn't share or communicate any or very little emotions. They might be someone who was more focused on finances, and they saw that as a benefit, but they didn't put value in emotions. They might not have appreciated if you were loving and affectionate and caring, they would see, and if you expressed your emotions, they might have seen that as weakness. It's just a lack of value. Whew. All right, so they couldn't see that you were very independent and abundant. The communication, the throat chakra block is like, it feels like you're both speaking two different languages. Like I'm sure you've heard of the love languages, but this is almost like literally two different languages, and you couldn't communicate, you couldn't see things clearly. This person was focused on finances and having things, and maybe the way things are appearing, and didn't value the emotions or love or put any type of value and worth into that. However, I don't think they saw that you have access to a lot of abundance. You are very abundant, whether you have your finance, no matter where your finances are. If you're tuning into this and this is resonating, you are a very abundant person. and very stable. So yes, you might have emotions and access to your emotions, but your emotions don't completely take you over. You're very stable. Some of you, this might just be for a few of you, you might also be very close with animals, have a really strong connection, an affinity with animals. So putting these things all together, they just undervalued you, and there's just this inability to communicate with someone who refuses or is unable to see your value. In present time, you are in third eye chakra, reversed. So third eye chakra in the center of your head, behind your eyes. Third eye chakra is an energetic center dealing with clarity, seeing things clearly. In reverse, there's something that you're not seeing clearly. There's some type of block in that third eye chakra. It has to do with not seeing a loving opportunity, not accepting. Maybe after going through what you have in the past, someone not valuing you and not appreciating you, maybe there's you're not seeing the potential for new loving opportunities. It looks like you have ended this cycle of, oh, okay. I'm also getting, that might be true, and or it might be that this person in the past, you are no longer accepting any opportunities of love with this person. That cycle has ended. There's a death of that cycle. I get the feeling like I'm not going to, no. I tried to communicate with someone for a very long time, tried to convince them of my value, tried to get them to see my worth, trying to, I could see your value and worth. Can you see mine? No. And so it feels like you had to prove and convince, and it just feels very exhausting. So right now, you might be less in your emotions. You might be feeling a little cold. Let's get a little more on that. I don't know if that's your energy. Okay, that's not your energy. I feel like you're feeling really good right now. Pretty darn good. You have decided to end whatever this connection. You're no longer accepting love invitations. It's the end of that cycle with this connection. Their energy, they still are not in their emotions. They still don't have access to their emotions. But now they're realizing that when they were around you, when they were with you, that you could translate their emotions, you could access their emotions, you could help them with their difficult emotions, that you are very loving and very caring, and stable in your emotions. And so that stability they benefited from by being in your energy, by being around you. Now that you are no longer in connection with them, they don't know what to do with emotions. They don't know what to do with their emotions. They're not in a loving place. They're feeling cold and just cut off in their emotions. Like it feels like it's keeping them up at night. They're feeling very anxious because they're it's kind of like they're stuffing their emotions down. They don't know how to deal with them. They don't have anybody else around them who can who is loving. They might have people around them. They might be with someone, but they don't have love. They don't have that loving energy that you could provide, that was very stable, that kept them very stable. So that lack of appreciation, value, and worth in the past that they projected onto you, they are now, they might still not understand. Depends on, I'm getting a very, like, they just know they're not happy. They don't know what to do with this bottleneck of emotions that they don't know how to express, and they don't have anyone that they can share it with, not their emotions. And so it's building up this anxiety, and it's keeping them up at night and unable to really find peace and that stability. Part of why they're upset is they know that this is an end of a cycle, that you are finished. The world, you have completed the cycle. They messed up. They didn't know what they had when they had you. Now that they no longer have access to your energy, it just feel, I'm kind of like reading the energy. It feels like a stuckness. I don't know what to do. I didn't realize how important emotions were. Yeah, they just, it's stuck. I keep repeating the same thing. So they're just stuck in this. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to move on. Which might have been why you stayed in this connection, that same kind of, I don't know what to do. I keep waiting for this person to see my value and worth, but they instead of getting better, they're getting colder, more distant, things like that. So, all right. A family pattern is blossom. What is the family pattern? This has a real manifesting feel to it. Okay, that's so funny, because I just said, like, waiting. That's actually what we're looking at now, is a family pattern of people staying, and possibly you as well, staying with someone who is not a good fit, trying to wait for them to change, trying to beg them to change, trying to just wait out the difficulty, and like, I'm just gonna wait and wait and wait. All the while, it describes this past experience, staying with people who don't value. So people in your family, there might be a lot of staying in very unhappy marriages, very unhappy connections, planting your seeds of of hopeful growth in these connections, and then nothing ever materializes out of these connections. This could be, you could have, this might not be for everybody, but you could have either yourself or other people in your family have had a history of a lot of divorces, like an inability to find partners who grow with you. They end up not appreciating what you bring to the table. All right, a personal issue is Seven of Wands in reverse. Not knowing when to choose your battles, not standing your ground. I'm getting that you've dealt with a lot of egos. You might have had your own ego issues as well. People who think they're better, and that since they believe that they are better, they believe they're superior, they might be more, I'm seeing that these are all just heads. They might be intelligent people, some smart and intelligent, but what I like about this picture is the little guy is complete. He's got all his chakras, whereas these are big heads. They're in their egos, they're in their head, but they don't have the access to their emotions, to their heart space as you do. And so trying to connect with someone, trying to get someone to see the value of a heart chakra and your emotional chakras down lower. If they don't have access, if somehow they're blocked, they're unable or unwilling to connect with their emotions, their feelings, then you are talking different languages. You're speaking from chakras that they don't have access to. And so the personal issue right now is learning to move on from people who can't hear you. They can't see, they don't see you, they don't see your light, they can't hear you, they don't understand you, and it's just time to move forward. Feels like you've learned a lot about who you share your energy with. This feels very empowering. All right, your conscience, Two of Wands. Spread your wings. So much fire energy in this reading. Fire energy and core issues. Okay, what you would say if no one was there to judge you. You would leave. Interesting. Okay, so this feels like you've got some split energy in what you would want to do. Part of you wants to leave, move forward to something very new, something very different, a different type of relationship, because this has been a family pattern. It's also in your personal issues. It's been in the past. However, you're not quite sure. I feel like you moved to heal from this. You're trying to figure out what next by going into your headspace. And when you are in your mental body, when you're just trying to think your way to the next step, then it makes it very difficult for you to move forward, to imagine what that type of relationship, a different type of connection would look like. So I'm getting that you have a lot of options. You have a lot of options when you stay in your heart space, manifesting from what feelings that connection, what a healthy connection for you, what you're looking for would feel like, not look like, not trying to write the story, because that's more in the mental body. But when you are more in your feelings, your emotions, your heart space, like what would it feel like to have a loving connection that's custom made for you, tailor made, just what you want? Then you have a lot of options. When you are trying to write a story of what that would be like, and you try to think your way through it, it like that, get stuck, can't communicate it. I haven't experienced this yet. I don't see anybody around me who is in that type of energy, so I can't emulate. So it's more of an emotional thing. So I'm also getting that to quiet your mind, to purposefully, and now this time of year, especially with winter solstice, new moon on the 23rd, and with New Year energy, it is time. It is a great creative time to quiet your mind, quiet that mind, and get into a receptive feeling space of what that perfect for you relationship would be, how it would feel. I'd feel safe. I'd feel secure. A relationship that's stable. A relationship that's they can see me and I can see them, that they hear me and I can hear them, that we can communicate effortlessly, that they see me clearly and appreciate that, and I see them clearly and appreciate that. That someone I love, maybe you're looking for a soul connection, someone you feel a deeper connection with on a soul level, and someone who also sees that within you, someone who values you and you value them. So I keep going back and forth, like, so there's reciprocity, equal give and take. So I'm describing emotional terms of what would create a fulfilling relationship. I'm giving pretty broad brush strokes that most people would want a lot of those things. Doesn't have, you create what you want, and using emotional feeling terms. Hope that makes sense. All right, in the center of your reading is sacral chakra in reverse. So sacral chakra, down below your belly button. The sacral chakra has to deal with creativity. It's the energetic center for creativity. Literally, in the physical body, it deals with sex organs. So there's something, your higher self is pointing out that there's some block in manifesting. Feels like a love reading, quite honestly. Manifesting a new relationship. So there's a block in manifesting right now, in creating. You might normally be attracted to energies, connections where their energy is slow moving, painfully slow, maybe stubborn. People who maybe you're mistaking that stubbornness with confidence. Let's get it some more. Ooh, it also looks like so these people that you might have, connections you might have been attracted to in the past, not only are they rigid and stubborn, very slow moving, very slow to evolve, but you end up feeling betrayed because it continues this cycle of it's like what I'm seeing is you both start out in this amazing space and it feels amazing, but then you try to grow and they're like, no, that's not, because I'm not doing it. You're not allowed, or that's, you're wrong. And so you just keep trying to like beg them to come up with you, but they're so slow moving compared to your energy, which is more of this fire energy. A fire to be on your own path, an inspired energy, passionate energy. You're passionate about expansion, about growth, about learning and being different. And the energies that you might have connected with in the past are just reluctant. Maybe that isn't part of their life path. And then you feel very betrayed because they don't grow. And so it makes you feel abandoned because you stay and stay and stay. But then finally, when you do get released and not get released, when you finally decide to release yourself from this connection, you feel very betrayed. And they betray you because they don't get you. They don't understand. They don't have that passion inside them to evolve, to expand, to ascend. Also, what might be blocking that sacral chakra is not being fully healed from this past connection. And so, and maybe you keep going back, your energy, your focus, your attention keeps going back to the slow moving energy. And so, instead of focusing on your path, it feels like you're blocking your own progress. Even if you're not with them, there's something about being stuck or unhealed around this betrayal. All right, your challenge right now, collective, is Ace of Wands, new vitality. Your challenge is to take that new passionate path, an opportunity that's very exciting, is just the right color for you. It's the right, it just matches you. It's your path. Maybe you'd hoped that in connections that you would grow together, but that's that family pattern, connecting with someone who seems perfect because you both start off in the same space, but as soon as you want to change or expand or grow, raise your vibration in some way, then that's not allowed in the relationship. You get left behind, or you leave you don't want to grow without them. You want someone who you can grow with, who wants to grow with you, that you don't have to beg and Persuade. Yes. Okay. Your challenge is to move forward past planning. It's time to take action. It's time to, your challenge is to leave what doesn't work behind you. And I get how difficult that is, because where you've been, even if it's been unsatisfying, it's at least something familiar. And leaving into something that you're uncertain about, a new way of being, is very uncomfortable. Gulp. I'd have a big gulp, like, oh, I'm nervous about that. However, your challenge is to allow yourself to have that victory. Gosh, so many wands. So much wand energy. And then with this person, there's more air energy, air and earth. Very little. Is there any? There's one cup card, two, but that one's in reverse. So two, well, three, but two of the cups are in reverse. So upright, there's just so many wands, so much passion. This is about passion. Following your passions to victory. To allow yourself to have a very public victory and success. So, all right, I'm going to end the reading here. There's more. If you're interested, in the description box, there's a link to the extended reading, where I will look at the desire, the lesson, and advice to end the tarot reading. And then I will lead a guided psychic meditation where we can clear the energetic blocks that were brought up during this reading, anything that's blocking, any blocks and resistance to change that were brought up, and also get a good physical healing as well. So that link is down below. And so I'll see you there. And if you did like this video, if you're still watching, I would love a thumbs up. I'd love your comments. And please subscribe if you haven't already. That will really help my channel grow. So, all right, I'll see you in the extended. Bye. Thank you.